Another teacher talk session tonight. Tonight we are having another educator from different part of the world. And tonight we are having middle school English CS teacher, which is communication skills teacher, Muhammad Ghoniem. When he comes, we are going to start our live session with him. I think he's here. Hello, Ghoniem. And you can just send me request to join to live session. I think there is a button over there and you need to click on it to join the session. Exactly. There you go.
Hello and good evening.
Yeah. Hello. It's good to see you, Ghonim. And so, how do you call you? Mohammed, Mo, or Ghonim?
Yes, you can call me Mo. It's fine. It's easier for people to
Okay.
use.
I'm gonna call you Mo. Okay, Mo. It's good to see you here. I'm really happy to have you here tonight. And before starting our last station, I would like to say thank you very much for accepting my invitation to our teacher talk station and being with us here.
It's a pleasure. It's my pleasure to join you, Mr. Vulcan, and hopefully, like everyone can benefit from this.
I hope so. Okay. So you know that educators are always busy, and so that you are also busy, and I don't want to take a lot of time from you. If you're ready, we can start. Can we?
Sure. Yes. Please go
Okay.
ahead.
So I know about you a little bit. If our audiences would like to know about you, so can you tell us about yourself, please, and a bit about your experiences?
Well, first of all, let me talk out of the topic. I'd like to congratulate the Egyptian national team for
Yeah.
winning the first World Cup match in history after 92 years.
Wow. Wonderful. Great to hear that. Congrats.
Yes. So it was very nice to see that at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, I would like to say the same thing for Turkish national team, but I can't say. But
Yes.
anyways, we still have one more game, so we will see what's gonna happen.
Yes. Hopefully, yes. Hopefully. So I'd like to say good evening, everybody. It's very nice to be here with Mr. Vulcan. My name is Muhammad Ghoniem. My students, they call me Mo. It's short for them and it's easy for them to pronounce. So I'm an English teacher for primary and middle school. I used to teach in primary, but now I'm teaching for middle school in Bahçeşehir College. Of course, everybody's familiar with this in Turkey. So yeah, I've been there for 2 years and I've taught in many different schools in Turkey, and I had an experience working at school in Egypt as well.
I see. Great, great. So how long have you been teaching?
Well, it's a total of 16 years now.
Wow,
Five years in Egypt and 11 years in Turkey.
wow, it's wonderful. Okay, thank you very much, Mo. So my next question is, Mo, what was or were your turning points or points in your own education?
Well, the turning point, I'd like to take you back to 2013 when I had a course in the British Council in Egypt, in Cairo, and I had a teacher. I still remember his name. His name is Mr. Jonathan Birkin. He was
I
from
see.
Birmingham, and he inspired me a lot. And he inspired all of us, all of our group, that teaching is not only about telling the students how to study, how to memorize, the grammar sessions, how to speak perfect English. No, it's about fluency and to get your message delivered.
I
Whether it's
see.
correct or not, as far as people understand you, so you've done a great job.
I got it. So that's I think that's your first point. Mhm.
Yes, yeah, that was the
All
time
right.
where I started looking at teaching from different perspective.
I see. Got it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mo. All right. So you've been teaching for 16 years. And I'm sure that during your career, you have taken different techniques, different strategies, and methodologies in your lessons, probably. And I'm sure you have a kind of a philosophy of teaching. So, what is it? What is your philosophy of teaching?
Well, it's so important for me to have lessons that are student centered,
I see.
because in the past we used to have lessons that teacher is telling students everything and they should memorize. If they have anything, they go and ask the teacher, so the teacher was the main source. But nowadays students are different because of the internet, the AI and stuff like that. So I'd like my lessons to be student centered. Students can learn much better when they are valued, when you
I
give them
see.
the confidence needed, when they are engaged in the lesson. So the topic should be related to them somehow. And at the same time, you should motivate them. The importance of English if you travel somewhere, if you meet some people from abroad. So all of this can lead us to tell that the philosophy is about putting the students in the right position where they know that they are valued, they will be supported. It's okay to make mistakes. Nobody will judge you about this. So all of this can combine to that, my philosophy. If I could put them in 3 words, I would say first of all, the student should believe. So after they believe, they should behave, should work hard for this, and the result will be achieved. So
I
I'd
see.
like to say it's believe, behave, and achieve.
A good one. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mo,
My
for
pleasure.
your answer. Okay. So, as an educator, we all have different stories in our life. And we have some of them, we have some bad stories, we have good stories, we have failed ones, and of course, we have success stories. And we would like to hear from you, of course, one or two success stories of yours, but something inspirational if you have.
I see. Okay. Well, as you said, we have lots of stories because I've been teaching for a long time. I've met like hundreds and hundreds of students from primary school to middle school up to adults in Egypt and Turkey and even foreigners online. So yeah, we've got a lot of them. So maybe I can talk about one of my students. Her name was Nelufar. Nelufar, she was my student in grade 1. I think it was her like first few days at school, and she was quite shy. Like she didn't have any friends to play with. She used to be afraid from the school. And then I started to take her out with me during the break time. We played together in the playground. And then step by step, after 2 or 3 years together, she started to form friends and she started to speak English step by step. Even her mom told me that you have inspired her a lot. And now she is a presenter for the plays in grade 5. So
Ah,
that was one of the stories I always remember and I really cherished.
I see. That's
Yeah,
that's that's a really good one. I see.
yeah,
Great. Thank you. Thank
yes.
you very much for sharing it, Mo.
You're welcome. Other stories I'd like to relate to boys, because you know that most of the boys around the world they like football.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I like to give them some values when they play football, when I play with them. In these values, we try to speak in English. I try to teach them the football vocabulary in English, and then they start to speak English fluently without even knowing that it's English.
I see.
So
I
yeah,
see.
some of my students are very weak in English, but when it comes to play football together, they start to use the terms, they start to use the expressions of football, and then after the game, I tell them, "Well, you spoke very good English," and they say, "Teacher, oylama," and then they were surprised. So yeah, this is one of the good things that when you give them the value, when you, I like to say, when you minimize your mind to reach to the levels, this will have a massive impact on their personality and, of course, on their English and confidence.
I see. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mel. All right, so Mo, you've been living in Turkey, I think, for you said 11 years, or I think.
That's
Okay,
right.
and probably you have some ideas about the system of educational system. So when we talk with other teachers, they all have different ideas to educational system. But when you think about the Turkish education system in the English class, if you had a chance to change one thing, what would you change and why?
That's a smart question, but it's a tricky one as well. because I like the Turkish educational system, despite lots of teachers and students don't like it. I The only thing I'd like to change is the exams. There are lots of exams.
Yeah,
Students, they just study to be successful in exams. I want them to study and to practice the language, to use it in the future careers and to use it for traveling and for the jobs in the future. But when you put the students under pressure because of AGES or because of LAGASA or those kind of exams, they just focus on, yeah, I just want to finish the exam, and then they throw the papers and the books out. So exams are important to determine the level of the students, but it shouldn't be the center of education or the purpose of it. So that might be one of the things I'd like to change here.
I got it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mo, for the idea. Okay, so Mo, you know that before starting our career, we all have different classrooms in our mind. And actually, kind of a dream classroom in our mind. Before starting, you feel, oh, when I start the job, my classroom is going to be like this, or my classroom is just like that. But sometimes the reality is different. When you go inside the classroom, you face different difficulties. Anyway, so my question is going to be about the dream classroom. So if you could design a dream classroom with unlimited resources, what would it look like?
That's an interesting question.
Thanks.
Well, I believe that creating space for students is so important.
Yeah,
I know that classes in our private schools are quite fine, but they have at least 20-25 students in one class. So the class is kind of packed. Like, students don't have a place to move. All the lessons should be handled while they're sitting down. So I'd like to have flexible spaces for students so we can do some kinesthetic activities. We can run, we can do some exercise and stretching during the lesson, and we can have some activities that can help us to move as well. I'd like to have lots of sorts of technology in the classroom so students can give presentations using projectors or using smart boards. I'd like to have some reading corners as well, because we have some reading worms in our classes from now and then. And I think one of the most important things is that you can have some places for relaxation and meditation in the classroom.
I see.
Some of the students, despite they love you a lot, they enjoy your lessons, but at some point they feel bored. So we can put them in this area for relaxation, like slow music for 2 to 5 minutes, so they can feel relaxed and they can come back with better energy. So yeah, kind of things like this can work better for students, especially the new generation, that
I
generation out
see.
there.
That's a great one. Thank you. It's a nice idea to have a relaxation corner for the students. Good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's important.
Okay. So, Mo, we we love using emojis in our daily life. You know,
Yes.
And when we write text message, when we make a comment on under a photo on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, I don't know, or when we send, I don't know, as I said before, the text when we use them. But when you think about the emojis, okay, as an education part, of course, if you were an emoji today, all right, as a teacher, which one would you be and why?
Okay, I like this question. This is creative, like the name of the page. Well, I'd like to describe myself with the emoji that's laughing too much. You know, that maybe this is one of the parts that teachers don't talk a lot about. Because even if the students talk a lot, they want to have fun in your lessons. So I believe a good sense of humor is so important in classes. When you make students laugh and enjoy, of course, you should put this with limits. Of course, it's not a sitcom. So, but at least you can put a smile on their faces, try to make them laugh and enjoy the lessons. So it's very important for them to love you and at the same time to be willing to get information from you and enjoy your lessons more.
I
So
see.
I like the laughing one, that one.
Laughing one. That's one nice. It's a
Yeah.
great one. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay, so you know that in our classroom we face lots of moments, and some of them make us sad, some of them make us happy, some of them make us angry, and some of them make us smile, of course, and laugh. But what classroom moments always make you smile?
Oh, I like this question. You know, some of the times when a student that has a very low level started to speak English and I feel that he's motivated, and even all the other class members, they say, teacher, please let him answer this question. And he answered this question and everybody's clapping for them. So I feel so happy. Finally, you got it, man. Finally. So these are one of the moments that made me smile. One of the other points as well, when I'm surprised by an expression or a term that's used by one of my students, I didn't expect to hear from them.
I see. That
So I
also makes
feel,
you.
yeah, I feel like, oh, how did they know this? That's absolutely crazy. Their level of English could be better than me. Uh,
Well,
so
there are some students that they have a really the high level of English,
yeah,
as you
they're
said.
absolutely genius students. Yeah, some of the students they use expressions that they can learn from video games, from films, from songs. Absolutely magnificent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for sharing the moments with us.
Pleasure.
Okay, you know that as a teacher, and we love talking, all right? If they let us, we can talk all day long in the classroom
That's
with
right.
the kids. And you know that when we talk and when we have a lesson inside the classroom, sometimes we repeat ourselves and we say lots of sentences without realizing it, we're repeating it. And so when you think about this, what is the most common sentence you say in your classroom?
Oh, I think my students should tell you this. You know, I have lots of like catchy phrases that I like to use in my classes. That even students are expecting this from me, and sometimes they play bingo. They say, "Teacher, you didn't say this." So one of them is when I ask the students to do a task, and then I walk around to check if they have finished or not. And when I see one of the students hasn't finished yet, I say, "Do the job, man. Do the job." So at this moment, they are surprised. I say, "Yes, yes, teacher. Okay, I'll do this." This
That
is one.
just
Yeah, this is one of the phrases I like to use. One of the phrases I like to use as well is when I see the class is feeling down, I'd like to say, "Everybody, wake up!" So I like to,
that
yeah, I like to wake them up. those kind of things to catch their attention and at the same time to teach them some phrases that they can repeat in their future from
I
time to
see. I
time.
got it. I got it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mo. All right, so Mo, you know that in education, a lot of things are, the happening, okay? And especially in technological improvements, a lot. So sometimes we cannot catch what's going on because, the technology grows really fast.
Yeah, very
And
rapidly. Yeah,
when,
that's right.
exactly. So when you think about the things that, the change in education, what change in education excites you the most right now?
You know, there is a massive difference between the time when we were educated from that time.
Yeah,
At least you enter the classroom, you have a smart board in front of you, you can connect it to the laptop, you have a projector, you can show students videos, you can play online games, those kind of things. But what interests me the most is how students can use technology better than us.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah, like when I'm stuck in the classroom and when I'm clueless, I need some help from someone. I don't call the IT. There is one student in each class that we call him the tech man, and then they arrive and they help out, solve things very rapidly, and they make things going very well. So I appreciate this, and I'd like to include like automated paperwork and routine grading. This is important to be used by the AI and the technology because we want to give some more time for teachers to be more creative, to prepare activities that are like students based. We want them to be more creative, to engage them more and to improve their confidence and to be more integrated somehow.
I see. I got it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mel. All right. So you know that, Mel. Thank you for your answer again one more time. And what I'm gonna ask you next. So far, you have taught lots of students, and a lot of students they were in your classrooms, and after the next year, they moved to another class.
Yeah,
Okay, and
this
and
is heartbreaking.
after a couple of years, they graduated from middle school, they go high school, and then university, and they go on like that. When you think about your students, what do you hope your students remember about you years later?
This is interesting because I was thinking about this a few months ago. Uh, I was, yeah, trust me, like I was watching, um, I'm inspired by football a lot. This is a big part of my life. So
Yeah, I
I was,
know.
yeah, I was watching an interview for Pep Guardiola, the famous Manchester City manager. And she asked him, like the presenter, she asked him, how do you want the fans and players to remember you? And then I started to think about this. How about myself? How do I want my students to remember me? So I come up with this answer that I'd like my students to remember me as a teacher who wanted not only to teach them, everybody can teach, but I
Yeah,
wanted to inspire them and to give them confidence. Confidence is very important for this generation. I want them to be valued, to know their value. Because, yeah, lots of students, they are afraid of making mistakes and they're afraid of bullying and stuff like that. So,
exactly.
yeah, I want them to remember me as a teacher who tried his best to make them happy, well educated, confident, and to dream big about the future.
I see. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
Mo. So you know that being a teacher is not easy job to do. It's not easy. It's very difficult. So as a teacher, we need to find something that motivates us to do this job.
Yeah.
So sometimes every day. But what motivates you to do this job?
Okay, interesting question. Well, what motivates me is that I try to set to myself small goals.
Uh-huh.
So I'd like to set like weekly goals. I should achieve this and that, and then monthly goals. And then I want to see the progress of my students, what I have done with them, which area should I work more on. So I
I
believe
see.
motivation and organizing your stuff and set boundaries about what you have achieved, what you haven't achieved. Those kind of goals. When you achieve one goal, you go for the next one. So it's like stairs that you are taking them step by step until you reach to your destination.
I see. I got it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, Mo. You know that in our life, especially not in our life, let us say that the people always want to take good role models in their life when they realize that other people who achieve a really successful things and they want to follow their path as a role model.
Yeah.
So when you think about yourself, do you have any role models or do you have anyone who inspires you in your life?
Well, I do have some role models, of course. When it comes to teaching, I can say Mr. Jonathan Birkin was the first one for this.
I
Despite he was
see.
a very normal man, but he was teaching with love. He
I
wanted
see.
to inspire us. He wanted to make a massive change in our personalities and teaching styles. So that was the first one. I'd like to mention two of my friends as well, because when I started to teach, I wasn't as skillful as now. So they inspired me somehow. The first, both of them are Egyptian. Mr. Osi, my friend, of course, I
Yeah,
think you
Ozzy.
know
I
him.
know him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
yeah.
him.
He was one of my inspirations in the beginning of my career. And another guy in Egypt, his name is Mr. Kimos. He was a big inspiration as well. I attended a few sessions for them, and they were amazing. I gained from them confidence, how to speak properly in the classroom, how to manage your time. All of these things
I
helped a
see.
lot. And of course, my teachers in Celta, Mr. Ali Farboot, he was a big inspiration as well. Mrs. Jane Kate, she was an amazing teacher as well, and she was very friendly. And Mr. Mark Fisher. Mr.
I
Fisher
see.
was really good. He was from Newcastle, and he didn't like me because I support United, but but he was a very good teacher as well. Regarding online, I'd like to say there's a teacher called Mr. James. So he's a very good teacher. He tries to make people enjoy learning. He sometimes appears like this, and he's trying to use his body language to make people enjoy his sessions.
Yeah, I like it.
So
I like
yeah,
it. A
this is
couple
regarding
features that
teachers and teaching.
I got it. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing in Mo. Mo, that let's move to another question. Time flies, all right?
Yeah,
And
that's right.
we don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but we can just guess, that. So when you think about yourself after 15 or 20 years, and how do you see yourself actually? And will you still be a teacher or will you try another job?
Interesting question. I like that question because I've been thinking about this for a while. You know, I do love teaching. I like to inspire my students and to be with them most of the time. But at the same time, I have my own goals. So, what I like to do in 10 years, I'd like to keep my classes maybe as a part time job. But at the same time, I like to include myself in teacher training
Oh,
because
I see.
yeah, because after 10 years, I will have more and more experience. So I'd like to pass this experience to the new generation of teachers.
I
I'd
got
like
it.
to tell them what worked for me and what didn't work, how to handle different kinds of students from different backgrounds, how to tell them what to do and what not to do in a very friendly way so they can listen to you and they can be inspired in the right manner. Students nowadays, they don't like orders. They like to hear something from someone they love and respect.
I see.
Yeah, I believe teacher training would be brilliant for my future, and I have to prepare myself for this.
No, I got it. Thank you. I hope you get your dreams soon in your
Now, thank you
future.
very much.
We can see that. We can
I
see
do,
that as
I do
a
appreciate this.
wonderful. All right. So you know that there are lots of moments in our life, and sometimes we face really challenging situations. And even if we try our best to deal with it, we cannot handle it. And that time we say on our own, oh, I wish I could have kind of a superpower so I could easily solve my problem or face this challenge. When you think about the classroom, we face a lot of problems. Exactly. And when you think about this, of course, if we could have one superpower, all right, to use it, what would it be and how would it help you?
Well, can I say two superpowers?
Sure, of course.
Yeah, sure. Okay, great. So the first one, and I believe that 95% of middle school teachers would agree with me, is to have a mute button. So to make the students quiet when we talk about something important and to stop chit-chatting about nonsense stuff. Yeah, of course, socializing in the classroom, it's something natural, especially for teenagers. But when it comes to concentration, loads of students are getting distracted very easily. So this mute button that we can use in Zoom or Google Meet can help a lot. But the main one, the main superpower, is that I'd like to have the ability to enter my students' minds so I can know exactly what do they need and how can I help them to achieve their goals and to be happy. I'd like to simplify it to be happy. Because, as I said, our students are coming from different backgrounds. Some of them are suffering from some social problems, some educational problems, even something personal. So when you go inside their minds, you know exactly what they need. And this will guide you to how to treat them and how to take
Exactly.
them to the right path. So this
Hmm.
is my superpower. I really want
Great. Great
to be
power.
as
Great
tiny
superpower.
as this and to go inside and
I got
surf
it.
around.
Nice one. Thank you, Mo. Thank you. All
You're
right.
welcome.
So, Mo, think that we finish the interview when you go outside, okay, your home and find a lottery ticket that ends up winning $100 million, which is a huge amount of money. What would you do? Be honest, okay? Be honest.
If okay, I'll be honest because you told me so. I was going to beautify it, but well, when I get this massive amount of money, first of all, I will give half of them to my wife.
Yeah,
because
that's the perfect things you can do.
because she would love to do a lot of things with money. She
Hold
has a lot of dreams, and yeah, I think money can help her to achieve her dreams and goals. And then the other half, I'd like to build a school where we can accept students only who are willing to improve. If you
on.
cannot improve, you're out of the school after 1 year. So it's not only about improvement in language, it's about improvement in discipline, how to
I
treat
see.
others, how to be a human being, how to make this world a peaceful place for people to live in. I don't want to say
Yeah,
it's kind of utopia, but it's something that can change the people's mindset in the future. so the next generation can change somehow what we are suffering from now. So building a school is something that I have in my mind. That yeah, I think I can help students
I
to
see.
to be better human beings by this.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mo. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you the last question for the first session of our live session. All right.
Sure.
So, and the most difficult one, of course. What is your motto?
Oh, okay. So my motivation is always about my students. I believe that every single student in our classes can be successful when they are given the right support, the right encouragement, and the opportunity. In our classes, maybe some classes are packed by students, so maybe one of the students can stay for a long time without saying anything. They are being wasted or neglected.
Uh-huh.
So I'd like to say my motto is that focus with everyone to create a brighter future for the students. If I would choose one sentence for this, my motto is that we are united. At our school, in our classes, in our city, Izmir and Manisa, and in our country, Turkey, we are united. We want everybody to improve at the same level so we can work together to put our country at the top.
I see. Great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mo. All right. I asked you all my questions for the first part. And now we're gonna move our second part of our session, which is quick fire questions. All right.
Sure, yeah. I'd like
Okay.
to.
I'm
I'm
gonna ask you.
excited for this.
Yeah. Oh, great. I'm gonna give you two options, and you choose one without thinking it. All right. So ready?
Always ready.
All right. Wonderful. Online teaching or face to face?
Face to face.
Board work or slides?
Slides.
All right. Pair work or group work?
I prefer pair work. More
Great.
concentration.
Morning. Okay. Morning classes, afternoon classes.
Morning. An early bird catches the worm.
Good. And homework, no homework.
Homework.
All right. Reading or listening?
Listening all the way. If you are a good
I see.
listener, you can speak. You can speak
Great.
very well.
All right. Motivation or discipline?
Discipline.
Okay. Control or trust?
Trust all the time.
All
If you
right.
trust someone, you can
Good.
control them.
Good. And printed materials or digital?
This generation, they prefer digital. Digital is more fun for the students.
Okay. Red pen or green pen?
I like red because of United, but I'd say green.
Okay. Great.
Like green,
Stop.
yeah.
Okay. Staff room, classroom.
Can you repeat, please?
Staff room or classroom?
I prefer classroom.
Wonderful. And the last one. One more minute or time's up.
1 more minute.
Wonderful. Great. Okay. So I ask all my questions to you, Mo. And before ending our last session, and would you like to say anything to our audiences as a suggestion or advice or something like that?
Now, first of all, I'd like to thank you very much, Mr. Vulcan, for giving me the opportunity to talk to our colleagues, our students, our fellow teachers, and to just give them something. Of course, we can talk about teaching and education until the cows come home, but we have limited time. So that's why I really appreciate this time and this moment, and hopefully we can have more sessions like this in the future.
Sure.
I'd like to thank all our listeners. I can see some people from different countries, and
Yeah.
they were writing some messages. I'm really sorry that I couldn't follow up with the messages, because I'm not very familiar with this kind of podcast.
It's okay.
So I'm thankful for this session, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Okay, thank you. Thank you
Yes.
very much, Bo. And I would like to say one more time, thank you very much for being with us tonight and being our guest. And that was really, especially, I'm really happy about your suggestions, about your advice, and especially, I would like to say thank you very much for your time. You spent your time here, the precious time. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a
Oh,
privilege to be here, and I thank you, Mr. Vulcan, for this
thank you.
opportunity.
Thank you very much. Okay, so Muhammad Ghoniem was with us here tonight with a teacher talk 244 sessions, and we had fruitful session with him. And as you know that we are going to be here next week at the same time and on the same day every Monday at 9 p.m. Turkey's time. And until the next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Until next time, please take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, Mo. And bye bye, everybody.
And
And
always
peace.
smile. Always
Exactly.
smile.
Always smile and peace.
All right. Goodbye.